Hi everyone, hope you had a good weekend. We are back with another Workout Wednesday challenge, and this time we're going to be solving Workout Wednesday 2022 Week 29 challenge. And we are going to be working with Steam graphs and recreating this dashboard. The data for this challenge comes from a website. So we will need to go to this website given in the dataset section. So I have opened it over here and we need to change the start date and all of these values. So for start date, we need to choose 1st of January 2020. These dates are already provided in the challenge. So if you scroll here, these are the values that I'm putting for these options. Then the end date is 06/30/2022. Spatial scale will be cumulative. Statistics category is total area, and area type is climate region. We need the output in the form of a CSV file, so I've chosen CSV. And when we submit, our CSV file will get downloaded. Now that the data is downloaded as CSV file, I will go to Power BI Desktop and get the data into Power BI Desktop. So now in Power BI Desktop, I'll go to Get Data and choose Text by CSV because we have downloaded a CSV file. And then I will choose my file and click on Open. Now let us open Power Query Editor by clicking on this transform data as we have to apply some transformations here. So the first thing mentioned in the challenge is shape your data so there is one column containing the drought category as opposed to six. So what we need to do is, so if you see here, we have D0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are the drought categories and we need them in a single column. To convert this into single column, all we need to do is select these six categories, and then I'm going to right click and choose unpivot columns. And now we just have one column mentioning the drought and the other column mentioning its value. So I'll rename this as drought, and this is the value. Now, because we will be working with dates, so I'm going to create a date table as well. And if you have watched my previous videos, then you would know that I always use a date table provided by the Enterprise DNA channel. So let's go there and copy the M query for date table. So I am in the Enterprise DNA channel website, and this is the date table Power Query that I'm going to use. And I'm just copying this, and I'll go to Power BI Desktop and paste it in the Power Query Editor as a new source. So I'll go into new source and then blank query, and then I'm going to select Advanced Editor and then paste my M query that I copied from Enterprise DNA channel and click on Done. Now we know that our dates are from 01/01/2020 to 30/06/2022, and I'm just going to invoke it. Now this is our date table, so I'll rename this as date. I'll rename this as data with a uppercase D. And then we need to create another table which is already given in the challenge. So if you look here, we need to create this table as well. So I'm just going to copy this and go into Power Query, and I'm going to create this table using enter data. So I can just paste the contents over here, and I will call this drought table, and I'll click on OK. And now lastly, we also need to order the regions. So going into data, we need to order this. So we need to have another column by which we can sort by. And I'm going to create that column using conditional column. I'll call this region sort by column. And I'll say when the region is equal to west, then we need 0. When the region is high plains, then the value is 1. When the region is midwest, ensure that you use the same formatting, like with the spacing, uppercase, lowercase, exactly as how it is in this column, because Power Query is trying to match this column value with the values which are given over here and give these numbers. So that's 2. Then region equals south, that will be equal to 3. Then region equals southeast, then 4. And if region equals northeast, then region equals 5. If you want to see where I'm getting this order from, then I'm just getting this from the challenge. So let me show you. So this order is already mentioned over here, and I'm trying to create a conditional column so that I can define this order. Let's go back to our Power Query editor. I have defined this, and then I'll click on OK. Now this is our sort by column, and in the Power BI desktop, we can later on sort it. Now everything that we needed to do in Power Query editor is done. So I'm just going to click on close and apply to apply these changes. Now we have got our data in Power BI desktop, and now I'm going to get custom visual, which is a stream graph. So I'll click on these 3 dots and click on get more visuals, and then I will search for stream graph. So let's do that. This is our stream graph. I'll click over here, then I'll click add to add this visual from here, and it is Power BI certified, and we will start seeing this over here once done. So if you see here, this is our visual. For that, let's just go to our model view to ensure that all the tables are connected. So I will link the start date with the date value. This would be a many to one relationship, and I'll click on save. And I will also link the drought with drought category ID so that these tables get linked together, and click on save. So we know that we need to sort it. So our region column, we need to sort column by the region sort by column. We need a few measures, and for that I'm going to create a new table using enter data, and I will call this as key measures, and I will be loading all my key measures over here. So the first measure that I'm going to create would be the total value measure, which is the total area that gets covered. So I'll right click on key measures and choose new measure, and I will call this total area. That will be equal to sum of the value, because value represents the area from our data table. Then the next measure that I'm going to create is, we need to calculate the total area across all the droughts. So we don't want it for a specific drought, so which means we need to remove any context that is coming from the drought categories. So for that I will say overall total area, and I'm just going to use a calculate function and give it the total area measure, and then I'm going to use all, and we can remove the context that is coming from the drought table, and I'll close off all the brackets. Now we need measure that will just divide the total area by the overall area so that we can get the percentage. So percent equal to, or I should say drought percent equal to our total area by overall total area, alternate result as 0. Now I will start creating the stream graph. So I'll get the stream graph. In category, I'll get the valid start date, and in the group I'll get the drought category, and values would be the total area values, and that's how our graph gets created. Now we can get the percentage at the top. So I'll bring in this dot percent over here, and we need to format this as a percent value. So I will click over here and change it to a percentage so that it shows 100%. We don't want any decimal values, so I'll say 0. And now we need a slicer here, slicer for regions. And because we have sorted it up already, so it's going to show up in the same way as is in the challenge. And I'm going to just change this into the button slicer, where we want in layout, I want just one row and all the columns, which is 6 columns. And I'm just going to place these properly. And this is how the final visual looks like. If we select any of these categories, then we see the drought percentage over there. I hope you have enjoyed this one. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one.